Dave McCarthy, because we've got quite a bit. Dave, morning to you.
Morning, Keith.
Now, can I ask you about thresholds in relation to inheritance? By the way, what is it from? Say from mum and dad to a son or daughter?
225,000. Now, the important thing to remember, that includes, it's a lifetime threshold. So if I say a parent gave a gift to a child of 50,000 or something to the value of that, and then they die, then their inheritance threshold on out of the estate then is reduced by 275. So it's a lifetime threshold, includes gifts as well as inheritance.
Okay, so that's one aspect of it then. What is it from brother to sister?
30,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they need just double check the current principle.
Have you come across the situation that I outlined this morning where people are inheriting and they can't afford to pay the capital gains tax on it, and they're either being forced to sell the home or the farm that they got?
Yeah, it's a huge problem. You see, the thing is that this is a type of an area which people are reluctant to plan for, in the sense that parents seem to address these kind of issues only in latter years. Whereas when they're maybe younger, they should be looking, and I know they don't think about it, but possibly putting in place a life policy to be able to deal with those costs if they're likely to arise. And where people have really got caught out in the last few years, Keith, is since the thresholds have come down, which they have dramatically. I mean, those thresholds were much, much higher 4 years ago. So now, okay, admittedly, assets have dropped dramatically in value, like property prices. But there are still people getting caught out there, and the problem is that, as you said, they will have to sell an asset if they find themselves with a liability because they haven't the means to pay it.
Okay, now there's other stuff that is coming across the desk as well, Dave, today in relation to finance, and it's to do with pensions as well today. And where can they go for independent pension advice? This caller said, I don't know where I stand.
Well, basically, you can go to any financial advisor for advice if you need in relation to your personal pension, I presume, or whatever pension structure you have. And probably that's the best thing to do if you're in that situation. I want to talk this morning about medical insurance, Keith, because as we know, this is a major cost for most people. And what I've done is that I have taken a case study which is actually quite shocking in terms of the rates. I mean, as you know, going back many years, cost of medical insurance wasn't as impunitive as it is now. But the case study we've taken, which quite from the point of view of the figures are just unbelievably dramatic. We took a VHI plan, which was the old Plan C. I won't get caught up with names, but it was the old Plan C that a lot of people might have been familiar with. Admittedly, it's a fairly high level of cover. In this case, the individual there's 2 adults in the policy. They got out the renewal form from VHI. The total cost for the coming year is €5,260. Now, it gets very interesting after this.
It's a lot of money.
On making a phone call to VHI, they dropped it to €4,850 just by making a phone call. So that's €400 of a saving. Then what we did was we looked at going on to the Health Insurance Authority website, which is hia.ie. I'll mention that again in a while. And there you can put in a comparative of the plan you're on with what is available from other providers. Can you believe that the premium in this case dropped to €2,900 for a similar plan with another company? And again, it gets interesting after this as well. So that is a saving of €2,300 in this case. So the other provider was contacted by phone and offered a plan which cost €4,400. This is the same one that was offering a different type of plan at €2,900. And when asked on the phone, would they offer the plan that we found on the HIA website, which is turns out a corporate plan, they said of course they would, for similar cover. And not to get too confusing, even the plan that the other provider were offering, which wasn't suitable, on their online website, it was still 10% cheaper than what they were offering over the phone. So at the bottom line here is this person was able to drop their premiums by doing a bit of research, and then I'll come back and give people recommendations there, from €5,200 to €2,900 for a similar level of cover. So what I'm saying to people this morning is that, first of all, when you get your renewal premium out from your health insurance provider, and I would just stress, the savings may not be as dramatic in all cases, make sure you do your research, and the hia.ie website is extremely helpful. And you should use that.
hia.ie, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, can I ask you very quickly and briefly, I've been paying into a life insurance policy for the last 10 to 12 years, over 200 a month in recent years. What I didn't realise is because I didn't die before I'm 66, it's useless to me. I've lost it all. What can I do?
Well, if that policy, which it is just death benefit, that's it. You only make a claim. Unfortunately, when after your death, if you don't have a savings element to it, which obviously you don't, it was just purely and simply for death benefits. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do. I mean, it's like house insurance. You either make a claim or you don't make a claim.
You're alive, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. 091566022 is Dave McCarthy's number. If you want to give him a call for independent advice on that, thank you indeed for joining us. That's Dave McCarthy joining us in studio.